All right. Good morning and welcome to Miss Walker's Story Time. I'm so glad to see all of you. Be sure you type your name or say hi for me in the chat box so I'll know you're here. And after that, while I am reading, I ask you not to be typing in the chat box just so it doesn't distract me because it pops up on my screen every time somebody types in there. And it gets a little distracting sometimes for Miss Walker, and I'll lose my place as I'm reading our story to us. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see our the other the ebook that we are reading. So I am going to. We are reading The Adventures at Hound Hotel, Cool Crosby. It is the first book in this series. So let me get us to our page. We were on chapter 6, I think is right. Battle with the Brat.
Miss Walker,
Yes,
I don't know how to type.
that's okay. I'll grab you in just a second, okay? No worries. Thank you for checking. All right, just be sure you've got your microphones clicked to mute just so everybody can't hear what's happening at your houses. Miss Walker wears a headset so you all don't have to hear what's happening at her house because it can be a little crazy sometimes. In fact, I have my boys are home with me, and so sometimes they're up here where Miss Walker works. So, all right, back to our story. All right, we'd finished chapter 6, I do believe. Let me. I can't get it to go fast enough. There we go. We did chapter 7, do the Crosby thing. I think we're on chapter 8. Sorry, guys. I don't. Yep, that's what we are. We're on chapter 8, the coolest obstacle course ever. And if you missed a couple of other chapters and you want to catch up, don't hesitate to click on Miss Walker's YouTube channel, and I have all the recordings there. So, chapter 8, the coolest obstacle course ever. Crosby kept tearing around in big circles and barking. It was like he was shouting, I'm free, free from the pest, a real vacation at last. Just you wait, Bud, I said. I'm planning some fun with a capital F. Be right back. I ran to the garage and dug out a bunch of stuff. Our kiddie slide, the kiddie pool, a red wagon, a couple of sleds, 2 empty trash cans, and a bunch of old toys. I lugged everything across the driveway and arranged it in a zigzag rows all over the play yard. I stood sleds on the end and leaned them against trash cans, and as a final touch, I filled the kiddie pool with water. Okay, Crosby, I clapped my hands. Ready? Crosby sat at my feet, panting and grinning. This is the coolest obstacle course ever, I said. A cool obstacle course for the coolest dog in the world. You. Crosby barked, wagged his bushy tail, and I rubbed the top of his head. Now listen, I said, you've got the most powerful back legs I've ever seen on a dog. But if they're rusty and the stuff is too high to jump over like the sleds, just run around them. You want to walk through the course first? He barked and wagged faster. Okay, I said, pointing to the obstacle. First, you jump over that, then slide down this, climb over that, jump over this, then run around those. Got it? Crosby barked and bounced with energy. Ready and go, I cried. Crosby took off running. He sailed right over the kiddie pool without getting a drop of water on a single paw. He didn't even climb the steps of the kiddie slide. He just leaped right over the whole thing. Then he cleared the top of the sleds. I couldn't believe my eyes. Wow, I cried and clapped. Keep it going. Crosby finished the course and tore into a second lap. Just then, Alfreda called from the play yard door. Alfie, hey, Alfie. Go away, I thought. We're finally having some fun here. Leave us alone. I wanted to say those things out loud, but I liked being out of the doghouse better, so I kept my mouth shut. I still refused to look at her. This was my time with Crosby. Alfie, Alfreda called again. She marched towards me, then stood right in my face so I couldn't even see Crosby. I wanted to yell move, but she held up something. She said, It was a giant ring cut from cardboard, bright yellow with red flames painted on the edge. I made it, she said, for Crosby to jump through. You can hold it as high as you want here, and he'll fly right through the ring of fire. I was super surprised. Cool, I said, and I meant it. I took the ring and stood in the middle of the course. I held it high off the ground. Hey, Crosby, I called, over here. Come jump through this. Crosby came sprinting across the play yard, zipping around one obstacle after another. Then he took a flying leap and sailed through the ring of fire. Awesome, I said. Alfreda clapped. Go, way to go, Crosby, she cried. Do it again. Right then, I was amazed at something. My sister and I were lucky to work at the Hound Hotel. We helped make dogs' visits extra fun. Both of us, my sister and me, and we had fun too. Want to hold it this time? I offered. Yeah. Alfreda held it higher in the air, and Crosby flew through the ring of fire again. Do it again, Crosby, old boy, I cried, and he did it again and again and again. At last, fun with a capital F. Look at them holding the picture. Can you see the picture of them holding it up? Cool, huh? And that is the end of our story. Can you believe we got through that whole book? We did it in about a week. Cool, huh? All right. So there are other books from the Hound Hotel series that are in our library, and I will show you how to get to them. So let me back out so that you guys can see how to get to them.
Yes. I love you, boy.
All right. So to get to the books, you would go to our Destiny Library, which you guys have marked in your catalogs on your thing. If you don't have it up here in your bookmarks, you can click on Blunt K-12 bookmarks, and right here it says Destiny Library, and then you want to find Rockford Elementary School. And then right here is our search bar. And right here you can type adventures, not that Miss Walker can spell today. And then it will populate a list of these books for you. And because we have books both that are hard copies that you can check out of the library or that are e-copies, they all show up here. And you want to look for the books that have the little E beside them. See how that square has the little E beside them? And you'll see here there's two buttons. One that starts with a D that says details and one that says open. You want the open button. So if you wanted to go on and read the second book in the series, Drooling Deadly, you could come down here where it says E and you would click open and watch what happens. The book opens for you. And what's really cool about these books is you can do like Miss Walker did, which was read the book page by page. And if you want, watch what happens. I'm going to click audio on. And if you hit the play button right here, watch. Hold on. I'm going to unplug my microphone for just a second so you guys can hear what it says. And then you turn the page. And if you notice, while it's reading to you in these books, it even highlights the words. So you might want to take time, if you really liked this book, Adventures at Hound Hotel, you might want to take time to look up the next one. Just a second, guys, and I'm going to turn off our recording.